How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We just had a massive day. Freaking huge for the Bitcoin ETFs. I'm talking, this is the biggest day that we've had in months. We had smash buys from 4 different large companies. We also have news of other people buying. We have some interesting data. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you can see the next video as soon as it comes out. Also, I will apologize. I was just on a very long call, having to take care of something, and now I have a cough drop in. So apologize if I sound a little bit weird, but I do not want my voice to give out in the middle of making these videos. Now, if you want to start trading cryptocurrency, I'll leave a link to BTCC underneath the video. There you can trade all different kinds of assets. They actually have a ton of altcoins. As you can see here, hundreds and hundreds of altcoins. They're non-KYC for deposits, trades, and withdrawals. They were founded 13 years ago. They have deep liquidity, and you can go up to 250x leverage. They also allow things like copy trading as well. They do have 40% cheaper fees than competitors as well. So definitely check this out underneath the video. I've been leverage trading for a while, and it is a good time to amplify your returns. As you can see, Bitcoin looks unbelievable. Like, it looks awesome. A lot of movement the last couple of days, and we went right up to 66,500, which is where we saw previous resistance, to be clear. Literally hitting the exact resistance we had seen previously at 66.5. Hopefully, we break through that. I would not be surprised to see that happen. Of course, I don't have a crystal ball. I would not be surprised to see that happen, as it looks like even now we're moving up, setting in some slightly higher highs on a smaller time frame if we just break down the last 24 hours. But I would not be surprised because we've also seen a massive amount of volume come in today. And this does cause some buying. Obviously, there have been some liquidations, $209 million worth of shorts being liquidated. We saw a massive amount of volume today on MSTR and on some of the Bitcoin miners. We also saw a pretty good volume from the ETFs today. We had Hunter Horsley saying BITB had nearly $100 million of inflows. That's huge. Now, they weren't the only ones that had a good day. Let's go down the line. 100 million from BITB. They're pretty on it. They publish this information very soon. Hunter Horsley came out at 5:03. The market's closed at 4 p.m. Eastern. So an hour after, he was talking about how much they had in inflows. Execute efficiently at 2 basis points of cost. Very cheap. GBTC, with a positive day of 38 million. The mini had 5 million as well. Right there, we knew we were going to have a positive day. EasyBC had a $6 million day. First inflow in October. Burr had a $3 million day. HODL, 11 million. ARKB, 70 million. That's significant. Fidelity with a almost $300 million day. $300 million. That's huge. That's just one day. It's not like there's some major policy change, right? No, this is just a random day. We have $300 million just through Fidelity. Then BlackRock came in with an $80 million day too. A solid $80 million. So overall, we had $551 million. Best day for the Bitcoin ETFs in months. The last time the US ETFs had $0.5 billion was June 3. Okay. So 4 months and some change since we've had a day like this. A lot of Bitcoin being bought. This takes off almost 10,000 Bitcoin off of exchanges. To be clear, it's 8,359 Bitcoin taken off exchanges. So 8,400, let's call it. There were 450 Bitcoin produced today. A lot of that's being held by miners too. They're not necessarily selling all of it right now. So really good day. Really good day. The markets were really green today too, like the NASDAQ, S&P 500. Tom Lee in my last video that I published talked about why this is. So if you want to see that, I'll put it on the end screen. But these ETFs aren't the only ones purchasing. We have smaller companies like MetaPlanet purchasing another 106.97 Bitcoin for 1 billion yen. That is bullish. They continue to buy more and more. They have nearly 1,000 Bitcoin now, 855.478 Bitcoin. They've been able to buy this for just about 8 billion yen. They continue to dollar cost average into the asset class, and they've been able to sell. I believe they sold puts as well to be able to buy more Bitcoin, and they got a premium for that. That's something that other companies can always think about as well. Of course, we did get some updates too from Larry and from BlackRock talking about Bitcoin earlier, saying maybe it could be as big as the housing market, which is $50 trillion in the US. And maybe part of that is due to what I talked about this weekend, comparing Bitcoin and some of the properties to the housing market and what makes it so attractive versus, maybe beachfront property in somewhere like Florida. If you want to see that video, go check it out. But the fact is, Bitcoin is quite attractive. A lot of people don't like that it's tangible. But as time goes on, it's clear that there are benefits to not being tangible. There's a lot less risk. There's less insurance. There aren't property taxes, all that kind of thing. There also aren't fees for storing it that are quite as heavy as something like gold. So this is very attractive to a lot of investors. To be clear, the investors that like this kind of thing are typically younger. This is from Charles Schwab. Millennial ETF investors are open to investing in a broader range of asset classes via ETFs, including cryptocurrency, real assets, and alternatives. So this looks at millennials, Gen X, and boomers. How many of them would be likely to invest in a cryptocurrency ETF? Only 15% of boomers say, yes, I would be willing to invest in a crypto ETF. Gen X, 44%, millennial, 62%. So we have 4 times the amount of investors that will be buying these Bitcoin ETFs when you go down to millennials. And then US equity, actually lower, that's surprising, from millennials than boomers. Bonds, actually a little bit higher, bonds and fixed income for millennials. Real assets, higher. I'm not sure exactly what this is. It says like commodities, gold, wheat, oil, water. International equity, it's about the same across the board. Alternatives, a little bit higher for millennials. Now, I understand cryptocurrencies. I think it would be good to see US equity a little bit higher for millennials. I think it just makes more sense to invest in US equities in the S&P 500 when you're younger versus obviously when you're older, you probably want to be a little bit more fixed income. So I'd love to see bonds and fixed income actually go down for millennials and equity go up. I think part of it's a psychological thing. When you don't have a lot of money, seeing some dollars come through, even if it's not as much as it could be, if you put it into something like the S&P 500, it might feel satisfactory, or you don't care about taxes quite as much, where a boomer might be more interested in something like equity because they can only sell when they want to incur taxes. So yeah, it's interesting to see, but obviously a lot more people interested in cryptocurrency at a younger age. And where's all the money going to be going over the next 10, 20 years? To younger generations. All right. Let me know your thoughts on all this underneath the video. Again, if you want to trade crypto, check out BTCC underneath the video. It's a great platform. You can trade all different kinds of cryptos, including Bitcoin. It's powered by TradingView. Check it out. You can do a lot of stuff on it. So definitely check that out. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on all this freaking volume down below in the comments. Let me know what you're drinking tonight too. I'm having a Halls and I'm drinking a water. Let me know your thoughts. So thank you so much. See you all in the next one.